speaker is Coach Sandra VALKS. We're going to what? We're going to smile up. Because she's going to bring us from one level to the next level.
Makes Sandra tick. It's that. I don't want to miss out on life. I am in life. I'm living it. Bloody.
Ladies and gentlemen, be ready for a captivating, interesting, innovative session today.
Asking for help, and this is something that I'm really happy about with these platforms and sharing every, because
she will speak on speaking up, showing up, standing up. And the reason she's going to do that, because with Share Everything, we're going to share up, we're going to smart up. And by the time she finishes with us, we're going to what? We're going to smile up. Because she's going to bring us from one level to the next level. Lucky, are you ready? Would you introduce her, please?
Yes. Speak up, show up, stand up. Finding your voice in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, to speak on this amazing topic, we have amongst us the compassionate queen of straight talk. She is our eminent speaker, Coach Sandra. I have heard from others that Coach Sandra is quite unusual, and I anticipate that this session would be very unusual. So, ladies and gentlemen, be ready for a captivating, interesting, innovative session today. Let me share a bit more about her. Although she has decades of experience she has life experiences pulled together with years in finances, speaking, training, Toastmasters, alternatives to violence, and volunteering while traveling the world. Her mantra is, if we aren't laughing, we aren't learning. By pairing her compassionate straight talk with her signature coaching process, she cuts through the fluff to get to the meat of the matter that weighs her students down, holds them back, and entangles them in chains. And she will deliver her speech on Speak Up, Show Up, Stand Up, Find Your Voice in Your Life. Coach Sandra, floor is all yours.
I want to meet her too. That was a great introduction. Thank you so much. Well, isn't this just life? Life. I am so happy to be here. It's been a long time and I've been busy building things. And I'm thrilled to be back here at Share Every. So life is our first thing to look at when we're thinking about speaking up, showing up, standing up. Life. Well, if we look at the whole world is like a puzzle. Let's put these pieces together. I mean, who would have thought? Where is Coach Sandra today? Oh, in India. Where was she a couple of years ago? Oh, she was actually physically in Uganda. I mean, the world is big and complex. It's a puzzle. And we go through life pulling all these pieces together. So as from your introduction, I've done a lot, but I'm old. So of course I've done a lot. Only because I have been living life. That's part of the showing up. All of the training I've taken, even from 5 years old, I was on stage singing in competitions and then singing for other people. I'd go to the hospital room and sing, Jesus loves me, this I know. So all of my life, I've been speaking up. Now, I did start with putting a mask on and singing and smiling, and I had that smile pasted on my face for decades. Well, it's still here, but it's not pasted. This is my real smile because I'm the real Sandra. That has been the journey of life. My life, your life, is a puzzle. And we keep trying to put it together. There's always a couple of pieces missing. Just like the Rubik's Cube, you know, there's all these colors, and you have to keep working and working and working. How do I get this one to work? How do I get that one to work? Oh, geez, I just can't quite get it. And life is like that. That's my life. That's your life. That's every life. And so we understand from people that is life. So when we look at somebody and we want to criticize them, just remember they're looking for those missing pieces of the puzzle. And why do you want to criticize? Because they're irritating you for something. Because that irritation, when you go under it, is you looking for a piece of your puzzle, or you just be at peace and let them be as they learn on their own journey. There's a whole different thing. So now you say, well, Sandra, I thought you were here to talk about public speaking. I am. How many people here, when you open your mouth and you say something and a sound actually comes out? How many? Yeah, you open your mouth and you say something and a sound comes out. Now, how many people here, you open your mouth and a sound comes out and somebody else is there to hear it? All of us. If we're going to say something, we're going to say it so someone hears. So now, stop and think about that. If you're making a sound and it's coming out and anybody is around to hear it, you are now public speaking. So public speaking is not about standing up on a stage to entertain a bunch of people. It's not public speaking that I come here and talk with you about workshops or trainings. It's none of those things. The sound comes out, somebody hears, that's public. It's not private anymore. And the power of our words is really critical. Think about words coming out of our mouth, like the toothpaste in a toothpaste tube. If you say a word that hurts somebody, or you say a word that disrespects, or a word that's just foolishness and starts a conspiracy, they're out. Now try putting them back in the toothpaste tube. So choose your words. That's all. Now when you're speaking as well, your confidence will come through if you're not sitting there like a mouse worrying about yourself. Oh, if I say anything, they're going to do this. If I say anything, if I speak up, they're going to laugh. Nobody's going to listen to me. I'll sit there in the meeting and I'll want to ask a question, but I can't quite because I'm nothing. I'm not enough. I'm not important. But now you've moved along and you're in the boardroom at the company where you're working. You're a success. Everybody can see you're a success. And inside you're saying, oh, they don't know me. Who am I to be here? And then you grow past that a little bit and you're sitting at the boardroom table and you have a point to make, but everybody that's bigger and louder and stronger is talking so much you don't get a chance to speak up. And then they go and take credit for something that you developed. Wouldn't it be nice if you could speak up? And even in all that noise, you'd be able to put up your hand and if necessary, wave it about. And if they don't shut up and let you have a turn, excuse me, I have an opinion too. That is confidence in being able to speak up. That's confidence. How am I going to get that confidence when I'm speaking? Well, here's your trick. If you don't know what you're talking about, do everybody a favor. Shut up, sit down. You talk about what you know about. You don't have to dream up something. You can go do your research. You can bring your own ideas in, but you know what you're talking about. You're engaged. That doesn't mean you know it all. That's different. You don't know it all, but you know what you know at the moment, and you're able to present that by getting past yourself and sharing with conversation with other people. You get past yourself. You know, nobody's really thinking about you. 98% of everything we do in our life, 98% of everything, and I don't care how good you are, or how wonderful you are, or what your spirit was, or what your intention was. All of those are important, but 98% of it is chosen because of something that satisfies ourselves. Even in my volunteering, I go out and do it because I want to volunteer. It feels good to help others. I like to be able to help raise people up. So see, that's for me. If I weren't getting that 98% for me, I wouldn't do it. I'd sit back and, yep, you've got it. Wonder what I'll do today. I think I shall, I think I'll watch a movie. No, maybe I'll just go for a walk. Nah, maybe I'll do nothing. So 98% of what we do it to satisfy ourselves, to fix something, or to not even fix it, to fill our yearnings and our longings. When I go to prison, do you think that's for the men and the inmates? No. Most inmates wouldn't even have thought about what was wrong in the prison system until they got there. So if you don't know what you're talking about, shut up and sit down. Listen and learn. If you don't care what you're talking about, do everybody a favor, shut up, sit down, listen and learn. And listen critically, not about, oh, they're not letting me have a term. Well, you don't have anything valid to add to that conversation. But the valid part that you would have with confidence is to ask questions to learn more. Ask questions. When you don't know the topic and you're still engaged, ask questions and be willing to learn. This is part of what I've been working on. That summarizes Coach Sandra. It really does. It won't matter what area I'm talking about, whether I'm talking about money, travel, life, prisons, it won't matter. Take the topic. Think about what you have to do. When I'm here to speak, I have to park any concern that I might have at this moment, like, oh, I've got somebody coming for dinner, I forgot to get this out of the fridge, out of the freezer. I'm not going to stop here in the middle of my talk and run in and get the meat out of the freezer. No, I don't even think about it because I park everything outside the door. And when I'm in my job, when I'm in my expected delivery, then this is where I am. I am present. And you can do that. I've learned to do that over the years, to take everything out. Put it aside. It'll still be there when you're done. If you need to, make a note. That's all you need. When I'm finished, take the meat out of the freezer. That's all. So what we're doing here is just engaging in life. That is part of the show up. And what do you do when you stand up? When you stand up, this would be knowing something's not right, knowing that there's something that you believe in, and standing up for it. And in order to stand up for it, you need to show up and be in life. And in order for anybody to know about it, you have to be able to speak up. So you see, this standing up is reliant on being able to show up and get in life, and that's dependent on being able to speak up with confidence. And the confidence comes because you get over yourself and you're just in playing the game. The little drop of water that comes from the river into the ocean and it disappears in the ocean recognizes, oh, no, I'm still that little drop of water. I'm just swimming in this bigger ocean, that's all. That's all we are. We're the little godlets, the little droplets, and we're each unique. Rosa Parks. I don't know if you know Rosa Parks. She was the black lady in the States. And the blacks were supposed to go to the back of the bus. Segregation. And she was so tired, and she sat down in the first seat on the bus, and she was exhausted. She had worked hard. And instead of walking all those miles home after working all day, she got on the bus and took the first seat that was available, but about halfway back in the bus, and she sat down. And they came and said, oh, you belong at the back of the bus. You get, she said, I am not moving. I don't know if that was exactly her words, but I'm tired. There's a seat here and I am not moving. So now she was sitting down, but she was standing up. And she was a quiet little woman. I mean, the blacks wouldn't have spoken like that. They might have home, but they wouldn't have spoken that. Oh. You'd be beaten or killed or whatever. You get to the back of the bus. No, she says, I'm tired. I'm sitting here. So she found her confidence. She found her voice only because she had something that mattered. And she was able to speak. Now, that didn't mean she shouted it. She was very quiet. No, I'm not moving. So speaking up is not about shouting. It's not about pushing your device on somebody, your ideas on somebody. Now here, Gandhi, one you'll be familiar with there in India. Gandhi, did he shout and pull out the weapons and go shooting up at? No. In fact, he didn't even shout. He just very quietly persuaded people to say that nonviolence and persistence and being quiet. So you see that Gandhi spoke up. He spoke up with confidence. He certainly showed up because it was something he cared about. So that's your trick to speaking up confidently, is to have something you know about, something you care about. If you care about it and you don't really know about it, that's where you care enough to ask questions, you see. So you're still living in that life and learning. So the asking the questions becomes the caring. So stand up, show up, speak up. With confidence means I know what I'm talking about, and if I don't know, I want to learn, and therefore I'm going to ask questions, but I'm always going to show up and live life. I'm going to show up. And when something comes along, if a child is being abused, a dog is being kicked, whatever's going on, I'm going to stand up. I'm going to advocate. I'm going to do what I need to do. I knew when I went to prison, I didn't have to worry about the inmates, because I could honestly say, there but by the grace of God go you and I. Any one of us here could be in prison in the blink of an eye. And we maybe didn't even do anything wrong. We might be in the wrong place at the wrong time, standing up for something that was controversial. You get into all kinds of stuff. I knew that if anybody was to attack my child, I would kill. I would kill. And if you're not honest enough with yourself to know that you could kill, I don't care how extreme the circumstance would have to be, but if you don't know that you would kill, you don't know yourself. So there was Mandela, South Africa, in prison, and he kept the determination and the hate alive while he was in prison. I don't even know if it was hate. I mean, it had to be something really strong to be able to suffer through and say no. And he was speaking for what his needs were, the concessions he wanted for South Africa. And he stayed in prison even when they said, okay, you can go out if we give you. No, I am not going till I get what I want. But the moment he left the prison, he left the hate and the anger behind. So you need strong emotions to survive. But you also need to be able to let go and let God. You need to be able to let the stuff go, to find your own peace, even as you speak up, show up, and stand up. Mandela certainly didn't go silent, but he wanted South Africa for everybody. Stop and think about what it is that's coming out of your mouth. Think about why you're doing it, why you're doing anything. Check back and understand it's for yourself, 98%. There's something you're getting. And with that, you don't have to be shy about speaking with others and speaking your truth and speaking up and sharing and all that, because, you know, they're only 2% worrying about you anyhow. They'll say, you really annoyed me. And then off they'll go and have coffee with friends. You're done, but you can carry that around in your shoulder pack. So we have a lot of choices here. When we think about show up, that's better for the light, isn't it? When we think about speaking up, you know that it's about showing up in life. And if you're going to show up in life, you're going to have something that you care about. You're going to stand up. That's life. How do you do it with confidence? You have to care, you have to know, you have to live. So it's not about whether you have an accent. It's not about whether you get grammatically correct every moment. It's about, are you living your life? I think I'm going to finish and hand it back over to Andrea. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. I know my mind was like, it's like a wheel. It's just moving, and thinking. You gave us so much to think about. She spoke up, she showed up, and she stood up. Might not have done it physically, but she did it to change the whole world. So thank you for using that analogy, and also with our Mr. Gandhi and President Mandela. Well, I get to turn it over to our Coach Vilma, our reviewer. Is she with us? Coach Vilma.
Wow. listening to Coach Sandra is amazing. She's really, really inspiring. I am speechless because she's amazing, because her words are truly, truly inspiring. And when she says that when we are listening to someone, when we are in a conference, we just want to satisfy ourselves. And we are there because of our curiosity. And then she's inspiring us that when we are talking, we have to be aware, is what we are talking really, really important for the ones who are listening to us? And it's really important also, if you don't know what to say, shut up, sit down and learn. That's amazing. That's fantastic. Because sometimes we see some people, they just stand up and say nonsense words, and the words are not important. So if you don't know, shut up, sit down and learn. And that's fantastic. And asking questions to learn more. This is really important because when we don't know something, ask. There's no problem about asking for help. And this is something that I'm really, really happy about with these platforms and sharing every, because we have the chance to learn and you are here empowering each other and with you at home. And if you don't know something, I'm always asking for help. When I have some doubts, please help me. And I'm not shy and I'm not worried about asking for help. And this is the beautiful thing, helping others and not being afraid of asking questions. Because if you don't learn, not everyone has to learn everything. Not everyone has to know everything. So if you don't know, just ask for help and learn. And I love it what you said, that concentrate on what you are doing, because sometimes we have so many things to do and we are here listening to you, but also taking care of another thing, also attending other conferences at the same time. I don't know how some people can do that, being in 2-3 conference at the same time. I'm not able to do that. I like to, if I am here with my body, my heart, my mind, and I like to be present. And this is really important that you said, that you have to be present. And this is for real life as well. These days, because of the technology, we are listening and watching lots of things, and we are not paying attention to the people in front of us. So let's look at their eyes and pay attention to what they are saying. I'm so happy, and it's beautiful to see that you are so confident on your speaking, and you are smiling, you are making funny faces, and this is so, you are showing confidence because you are not worried what will other think about that. Because this way we are showing confidence. If you are making funny faces, when we are not worried about what others will think about us, that makes us more confident. And then we will transmit that we know what we are doing, and you know what you are doing, Sandra. Congratulations on your speech. Thank you for teaching and inspiring us. Thank you so much. You are amazing.